Let's speak to Jonathan Rolande, who runs one of these quick sale companies. Also with us is Gaucho Rasmussen, who's from the Office of Fair Trading. Good morning to both of you. Well, Jonathan, you know, your company, I'm sure, does everything above board and so on. The question is, do you yourself find it unpalatable that colleagues of yours in other businesses who do the same thing, you know, might, when somebody's just about to sell, the removal van is outside, they drop the price by 40 grand and a person is absolutely screwed, you know?
Well, it's a good way of putting it, yes. It
Sorry,
is,
but you know, they just, you know, that's it, you're vulnerable.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. No, that's a disgraceful way to carry on, and certainly, yeah, I'd never condone that kind of activity.
Well, Gaucho, in the housing market anyway, disgraceful behaviour happens between normal buyers and sellers. There's gazumping, there's pulling out at the last minute. All these kind of things happen anyway if you're selling a property. Yes.
Well, what we're looking at here is something quite specific. So it is where business is offering to do something very quickly. People understand that that may mean that that's at a discount, so you take a hit on the price. But actually it can be a very valuable service for certain customers. If you need to get money quickly to sort out, say, your financial situation, that can be a good way out. So we're urging people to think very carefully about all their options before deciding whether this is the right way to go forward.
So why aren't you naming these three companies who are being formally investigated? Because the people need to know who to avoid potentially.
Well, we haven't decided that they've done anything illegal yet, so we're at very early stages of the investigation.
Sure, but name them anyway.
We certainly can't do that. That would be entirely inappropriate because we need to find out what the evidence actually tells us. We have started the investigation and we will need to see where it takes us.
But in the meantime, people may be going to companies who may well dupe them, and don't you feel some responsibility for that in the interim period?
Well, we've taken a lot of steps to ensure that people know when they're getting a good service. So in the report we've issued today, we also have consumer advice to set out, these are the questions you need to ask.
Jonathan, I mean, there is room here, isn't there, for a bit more transparency and, you know, being locked into a deal that can't be changed at the last minute?
Absolutely, there is. I would urge people really not to sign these sorts of contracts, certainly without getting an independent solicitor to take a look at them first. Unfortunately, some people have been doing that, and hence the bad press that's been around of late.
But just finally, when the housing market does pick up a bit more in certain areas of the country, that's going to put you out of business probably, isn't it?
I think we'll find a way of working around that, but hopefully that rise does continue because that tends to help everybody.
All right, Jonathan, Gaucho, thanks very much indeed for joining us this morning.